Hello and welcome to another episode of the Skiing is Believing podcast, brought to you by Ski Racing Media. In this week's episode, Alan and I were joined by previous guest Emma Carrick-Anderson for the second episode of the new Top 10 Summer Series. We were joined by Emma to review the top 10 current female racers on the Audi FIS World Cup circuit. We spoke about the big winners from the 2024-25 season, looked ahead to the upcoming 2025-26 Olympic season, where a lot of the girls and women we spoke about will be in high medal contention. We also discussed, as I say, the season just gone and the careers of many of these women and how brilliant they've been throughout their time on the tour. Emma, obviously 62 World Cup starts, 54 of them in slalom between 1995 and 2003 with a World Cup PB of 16th. Went to 6 World Championships, starting with the one in 93 at the age of 17, had an 11th place finish in Sestriere at the World Champs in 1997, and went to 2 Olympic Games in 2002 in Salt Lake City, and of course 1998 in Japan. Of course, her sons, Luca, Zach and Freddie Carrick-Smith, out there now on the FIS Tour and Europa Cup level now. Really doing a great job. We mentioned them ever so briefly at the start, but this episode really want to sink your teeth into. We talk about Brignone, Gut-Behrami, Shiffrin, Ljutic, the younger ones, Ljutic, a huge part of that future generation with the likes of Emma Aicher and Lara Colturi, Camille Rast as well. It's a thoroughly enjoyable conversation. Of course, we didn't quite rank them. We're not necessarily going to rank them in all of these episodes, as it is quite difficult to pick numbers 1 through to 10, but we mention a lot of the athletes that you may have on your list. Of course, do let us know if you think we have missed anybody. We try and give as many of the racers as possible a mention at some stage. But if you think we've missed anyone, feel free to reach out on Instagram at Skiing is Believing Podcast, or I always put my email address for any feedback or comments in the show notes. So be sure to get in contact if you feel anything is there. But that's enough from me for now. Let's get into this episode, the top 10 women's current female racers with Emma Carrick-Anderson, the second episode of the Top 10 series. We will see on the other side of this. Enjoy. Welcome back to the Skiing is Believing podcast. How are you doing?
I'm really well, guys. Thank you. And how are you?
Yeah, good. Yeah. Very good. Thank you.
Very good.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Before we dive into this very tough task in this top 10 episode, how was your season?
The season. Wow, do you know what? I'm sitting here in 35 degrees, so it's kind of hard to think back to the season. But it actually wasn't that long ago, and it was fantastic. As with any season, they can be a bit of a roller coaster. When you're really in the thick of it, it's pretty intense. It's definitely hard work. We had some amazing highs. We had a few lows, but working with the Carrick-Smiths and the Butlers, and the Carrick-Smiths are obviously our boys, is always fun, always interesting, and they had actually a cracking season.
Yeah, they did.
That's that word again.
Cracking. Yeah.
Is that a favourite word, or have I used it twice?
No, it was.
Darren last week in the episode says that it's very British.
Really?
Yeah, because
I said let's crack on with it before we recorded.
I said, I like that. I said, I like that. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, very good. So, top 10 current female racers. There's a lot of names in front of me. There's a lot of names in front of Alan, and I'm sure Emma. And we're going to try and narrow it down probably to about a dozen or so, maybe more.
and also with special mention of people,
of course,
who may not be in the top 10 or whatever, but need a special mention for their achievements. Yeah.
And
my list is I've chosen them for different reasons, and like you say, it was really difficult to choose your top 10 because there are so many incredible racers, but I think it's going to be interesting, and I want to see if we get to the same names.
I think we'll get quite a few similar names. I do. Right.
Yeah.
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 Who's
Emma.
taking it away?
Let's get the ball rolling.
That's it.
Emma, take it away.
Let's get cracking.
Yeah, that's it.
Do you want me to crack on?
Yes,
I do.
please. Yeah.
I love it.
So, my first one that I'm going to jump in here with is one of my favorites, Zrinka Ljutic. Okay, for many reasons. Everybody will, of course, know that she was the Slalom Globe winner this year. But I met her when she was really young in a hotel gym in Austria during the COVID season, actually. So a few years back. And I think then she was about 16. She was training with her dad, who she still obviously trains with. And she just came across as such a lovely young woman at the time, very humble, hardworking, and just really lovely. And her dad as well just seemed really, really lovely. And I've enjoyed commentating on her over the last few years. I've really enjoyed watching her climb the ranks. And you could tell a couple of years back that it wasn't going to be long. I mean, her first season racing in FIS, and she was already at the top in Europa Cup. So that tells you something. She's been pretty impressive, and now she finds herself at the top. We also managed to train with her at the end of the season, which was a great experience. And even just 2 weeks ago, we were training next to her in Les Deux Alpes. So she definitely gets one of my favorite top spots.
Yeah. Yeah.
She's in yours, and she's
in
mine.
She's certainly in mine. Yeah.
I mean,
and I would reiterate more or less everything you said, Emma, from the fact that we did interview her, and she's a really charming person, and level-headed, sensible, and you can see the progression she's made and how much she enjoys it.
Absolutely.
That's the main thing for me. She's enjoying what she's doing, and she's only going to go one way if she's enjoying it and performing like she is, and that is further up the list sort of thing.
Absolutely. And I also like the story of, it's she's got two brothers and a sister, one brother in World Cup, and the other two are younger. The parents, I think, moved from Croatia to Innergrems in Austria when they were quite young. So it's kind of a family affair, which obviously hits home for us and for me. And I love the backup that she's got from her family. I love the fact that they're currently all windsurfing in Greece for a month. So it's a kind of physical training camp, but also windsurfing, which is another one of the big passion of theirs. Yeah. And I actually think the father was really, really good. But I need to double check. But I think he's a really good windsurfer. So, yeah, lots of positive points.
Yeah. I mean, we spoke to her, as Alan mentioned, just after we'd met her in Levy, before she'd won. Yeah. And then the way she charged to those wins in Sema, in Kranjska and then again in Courchevel was refreshing, I think. Because the question was, after Killington and Shiffrin's horror, who would take that mantle, as it seemed more and more likely that she would miss a huge chunk of the season and not enough to challenge for the Globe. And there was that really interesting battle to someone I'm sure we'll come on to in Cami Rast and Zrinka Ljutic. Went right down to the wire to Sun Valley, and sort of that consistency is always there from the Croatian. Every single time she's finished a slalom, she's been in the top 10 since her first World Cup podium in January 2023. I think
that's an amazing stat, isn't it? Wow.
Yeah.
That is impressive. I think also I love the work ethic of the Croatians. They they're such a small ski nation, but they're such a strong ski nation. They have very few FIS racers, very few actual registered FIS racers, but so many of the few that they have are competing at the top in World Cup, which is pretty impressive.
Yeah. Very good indeed.
And they talk about looking for someone to take Shiffrin's slalom title this season, and looking for someone to take that that sort of Croatian mantle. It's been quite a while since they had the success of the Kostelić's, which has been really good to see. A woman as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Say hello to Phil.
Yeah, I'm just trying to tell him to shush in the background.
All right, Phil. Good to see him. Alan.
Yeah.
Where would you like to take us next?
Well, I'm going to take you somewhere where you've already mentioned, and that is Camille Rast.
Okay, we'll stick with slalom.
Yeah. Yep, she's right there, right up at the top of my list as well.
Yeah, she impresses me. I must admit, I don't know a great deal about how she's a background in that, but her skiing impresses me. She's certainly got the how can you put it? She certainly goes about it the right way. She's the girl who looks as though if she doesn't get number one, she's disappointed. For
Absolutely.
me,
Yeah.
and also because she does multidiscipline, doesn't she?
Yeah, she GS,
and
I think she got a GS podium before she got slalom even.
Yeah, and that's another reason I think you've got to give her a shout, because I appreciate people who are doing more than one discipline, and to be successful in that, you've got to put them up there, haven't you?
Yeah.
But she's come through this last 12 months here, hasn't she?
Yeah.
This last 12 months she's come through, and I think she's going to be a force to be reckoned with as well in the next, well, this coming season, Olympic year.
Yeah, I think so. And what impressed me, Alan, like you've said, I adore the way she skis. It's like, I often think that ski racing, especially slalom, is like a dance with the mountain. And she literally dances.
Yes, she does. Yeah.
She's got those twinkle toes, light on her feet. She's not afraid to make a little mistake and recover. But as you say, she's she wants to win. She's always got a bit between her teeth. She's got a great family behind her. I remember seeing her dad when she won at the World Champs. In fact, I'd love to be able to go back and see what he said, but I've got a feeling he said in Zrinka Ljutic that I just peed my pants. I think that's what he said, because I was watching it and I said to the guys, I said, did you just say that? And I actually think that's what he said. He was so excited. He said, I just blah, 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 blah. But so obviously got a family that are right behind her, which is so important.
Excellent. Yeah.
But I'm with you on Alan. She's right up there on my list. Then to win the gold at the World Champs was incredible. She had that crash, didn't she, in Sestria, I think? That crashed and had to sort of take a little bit of time out after that. But then, to come back again and perform towards the end of the season was great.
Yeah.
I think this is a kind of situation for Rast at this point, when she's looking back and looking forward. At this point in the season, I think she might be thinking, I've had a great season, 3rd in the slalom standings, top 10 in GS as well, podiums in both disciplines, world champion. Switzerland haven't had one in women's slalom for 70 odd years. But when you look at the position she was in terms of overall leader for some time, slalom leader for such a long period of the season, there might be that second side of it where she's thinking, probably should have a globe in my trophy cabinet somewhere. But I'm sure she'll be pushing for that. That's more fuel to the fire for next season.
I think so.
And I think it was it's not justice, but right that Ljutic gets the globe and Rast is the world champion. I think that's fitting for the season. Where next? I'm going to go for... we'll stick with tech because we're talking tech. And this is someone that I was sitting on the fence with in terms of putting the top 10 or not. And if we're talking career, she's in the top 10. If we're talking the season, maybe she's just in there. Alan's looking at his piece and looking at me. It's Wendy Holdener.
I've got her as well. I've got Wendy too. Yeah. Go on then, Alan. Tell us why.
I haven't.
Oh, sorry. Tell us why.
Over. I must admit, although I haven't got Wendy Holdener, if we're going to take it over a period of time and years, then she would definitely be in there. But when I based it on my last 12 months, she didn't quite make it. She's certainly up there, but there's so many, and I said to myself when I'd done it, I'll have missed someone.
Yeah,
we'll all have missed someone because there's so many names who are worthy of it, you know. Because we've said any of the top 30 in most events can win it or get a podium anyway.
Yeah, absolutely.
Maybe not in downhill, but it's certainly in the other.
And with the flip and the changing snow conditions, that makes it so interesting, doesn't it? You know, I mean, sometimes on the women's side, the time gaps are a little bit bigger. I mean, on the men's, it's rammed. You never know who's going to win. On the women's, it's usually a little bit more spread out, but still, you just don't know, and it makes it so exciting.
Yeah. Oh, it's great. It's great.
I don't know whether this is needed to sway you, but I'm going to justify Wendy, all right? Because she 3 podiums this season, second in Killington, Kranjskogora, then Flachau, then took 3 silvers at the World Champs in the team parallel, the team combined, and the slalom in the Swiss one too. She's over her career 52 podiums and 5 wins.
Yeah.
And you've got to remember, she's been against Shiffrin and Vlahova for so long.
I hold my hand up. I did say over a period of time, I would have put her there.
And she for so many years was second. Yeah. Oh, it was like you were just watching the second run, going, "Come on, Wendy!" And obviously, then she did get her, her first, and then she had the bad injury, bad ankle injury, and a tragic death in the family. So that was really tough.
Yeah, she didn't.
So she's had a lot to come through. I mean, for me, I've got her down because I just think I love her personality. I think she's just such a hard worker. I love watching her body language when she goes out that start gate, and she just goes out that start every single gate to the finish and doesn't let up. She puts everything on the line.
Yeah.
Another one who might make a few mistakes, but so exciting, so solid to watch. A real great ski racer. Love watching her, actually.
Yeah.
I think it would have been very easy for her to consider retirement after what happened last year with her brother and with the injury. Sort of not quite happening for her in GS. Sort of like you say, I'm so close in slalom, but as your colleague Matt Chilton always says, that's Sendy Wendy for you.
Yes. Yeah, he likes that phrase, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, he does.
Who's next, Emma?
Oh, who's next? Oh, I'm going to dive in with Lindsey Vonn.
Oh, I've got her.
Come on, hands up, guys. You must have her there.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Matt doesn't. Oh, come on. Matt.
Career, obviously. But
I know, yes. Okay, can I dive in and tell you why I think?
Yeah.
Go ahead. We could be here for a while, but go ahead.
You need to have some serious big balls to come back at 40 and throw yourself down a downhill and a super G.
Yeah.
You do. You really do. Yeah. I mean, if I think about me when I tried dabbling in a little bit of downhill, which didn't last very long, I wanted to put 50 turns in between each gate. That's why I was a slalom skier. But I mean, Lindsey, when she announced that she was coming back, I must say, hands up as well. I thought, wow, really?
Yeah.
Then I thought about it and I thought, well, why not? Why not? But she had so many doubters, so many people against her, and she proved them all wrong. And then that second place in Sun Valley at the finals, incredible. And if you follow her on Instagram, she is training like mad through this summer, and she obviously just loves it. She absolutely loves ski racing, and you could see. I mean, sometimes I don't know about you guys, but when I watched her this season, certainly the first half of the season, I was a bit on the edge of my seat. And when I was commentating, I was a bit like, well, what's going to happen? She looked a bit like, especially on her right side of turns, on her right leg, she seemed to lean in quite far, didn't quite get over the right ski, didn't get it biting. But yeah, the resilience she's shown, the way she fights battles. What a fighter, basically, is why I've got her down there. Just incredible.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Obviously, the comeback and, Saint Anton and then Cortina, where she had such a massive bump in the road. And I think Garmisch didn't go quite to plan either, if I remember rightly. World champs certainly didn't in terms of that real fairy tale. But I think to be back home, best run of the season, last run of the season, home run, was magical, but I've not got her in.
But she's fearless, isn't she?
Oh God,
she's fearless.
She must be
fearless.
Fearless, yeah. The thing is, I put her in, obviously, but I did actually say after her first few races, I think she will struggle. I was wrong, obviously. I think she will struggle because it's the recovery I thought she might struggle with. She can because she does put a lot into each run, doesn't she?
Yeah.
And thought, even the training runs she was pushing.
Yeah, and I thought to myself, once we get into the season more and she's having to do more and travel and everything, I thought that's what will tell rather than the actual event. I think it will. I think that is going to be the problem.
So you thought physically she was going to tire?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you're saying, and obviously, she's not old, but she's one of the older racers for sure. But I think she's got such a good team around her.
Yeah.
That they make sure, and she'll know her body now. By that you know how much you can push. If you need to take some time out, by then. Whereas a 20-year-old might burn out quicker because they don't know so much.
Yeah.
But very good point there, Alan. I get that.
I think she'll be. I think she'll be fine next year. But I would imagine. Obviously, I don't know enough about it to say this, I suppose, but I'm going to say it anyway. For me, if she wants, I think she'll be back next year for the Olympics. But I think she'll take it easier and aim for the Olympics.
I think you're right.
Try and peak.
I think she'll try and peak for the Olympics.
I think you're right. I think
which everybody's trying to do, really.
Everybody's trying to do, but Lindsey might do that. But having said that, last race of the season, she's second. Yeah. She might just go full out and think, here we go. Got nothing to lose.
Yeah, I think one of the big things is with Lindsey Vonn is she's nothing to prove.
Nothing to prove.
She's enjoying what she's doing, and that's all that matters to her. She's not. Nobody's going to say, "Oh, you shouldn't be in this." She's nothing at all to prove.
Maybe at the beginning of the season, just gone. She didn't feel there was anything to prove, but I think there were a lot of people, doubting her.
Yeah.
So I think she was fighting that a little bit.
Yeah.
But then she very quickly, I can't remember. I think one of the first races, she was 14th or something, which really shocked. Yeah. Matt and I were in the combo booth and we went, wow, we looked at each other like, that's impressive.
Yeah.
So, it'll be interesting to see next year what she does. But I think she's definitely got her eye on, the Olympics.
I think so, yeah. I think so.
I remember speaking to Shemi on the pod after Cortina, and she said the way she used to sort of limp out of the finish area when she'd won World Cups was sort of devastating to see, that she was racing because she almost felt like she had to race even through the pain. But now there's absolutely none of that. It's just out of pure love and enjoyment and, like you say, fire in the belly to maybe shut a few of those critics up, which I don't think they'll be complaining again if she comes back and gives it another bang.
Oh, they won't.
Next year. And she took a few bangs, which was another thing that you have to credit her for. I'm not sure why she's not in my list.
The only thing is there will be more expectations next season.
True.
Because of what she did on the last race. there'll be people will expect her to do certain things. I think personally.
I think they will, but they're always going to expect that of Lindsey.
Oh, of course.
I think that Lindsey's kind of a little bit above that, you know.
Yeah.
And she's got so much going on in her life, which is it's quite interesting following her. You know, it's obviously the majority is ski racing, but she has so many other things as well, which I think means that her attention can, although she's always, what I do like is when I watch her train, you know, if she's on a flight, she'll be training before she gets on that flight. If she's got a big due to go to that night, she'll make sure she gets her training in. So she prioritizes things, but I do like the way she's got so much going on.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
Ulrich, where are we going next?
Right, I'm going to throw one in here. Lara Gut-Behrami.
It's going big.
We must all have her done.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And I went there because we've talked a lot of tech, we've talked a little bit of speed, but we've got somebody here who can do both to a certain extent. And last season, I thought she didn't live up to what we think she's capable of, and I'm sure she thinks that as well. But at the end, she did come good. But it's so good. She's such a lovely skier. She's put her to emotion. She's so rhythmic and clean. And when she gets to the bottom, you look at her and you think she's just been out on a leisure run. Nothing seems to faze her at all. No. I think she's a really top athlete.
I think it was.
You know, if you were a young female skier, you would definitely be looking at her and thinking that's maybe how I'd like to ski. I mean, her GS. I think it was not this season. The season before when she won Killington, I'm sure it was Killington, she skied that beautifully, absolutely amazingly. But I agree with you, Alan, this year we can't say struggled because she was still most races around there, but you could see the frustration building, you know, from her. She's a real fighter and a winner, and she doesn't want to be anywhere but on that top spot. So she was definitely happy.
Yeah. She spoke about falling back in love with the sport in Sun Valley.
Yeah.
When she won that Super G by miles ahead of Vonn.
Oh, that was cracking.
And then the GS as well. So before then, she only had one win in the entire season, then takes the Super G title, gets a fifth one of them to break Vonn's record. And now she's doing another season and will finish after the Olympics. So, and that's another big thing, I think, for someone like her who is very results driven and very sort of feeds off confidence, that she can go into this season and think, right, this is the last time I'm going to be in St. Moritz. This is the last time I'm going to be in Cortina. This is the last time I'm going to be in Garmisch and different places like that. And sort of to tick those little milestones off. And I mean, I could see her winning another overall. She's still that good.
And let's not forget that she burst onto the scene when she was 17. Yeah. You know, incredible. What a long career. And it's been a career, you know, you have amazing athletes, don't you, that burst in when they're young. They might peter off a little bit, then they might come up again, then they peter off. But to be honest, she's pretty much been there the whole way through. Yeah. She often talks about feeling tired. You know, I think she's one of the athletes that puts so much into it emotionally as well, that she, you know, if things are not going her way, she can, you know, feel like she might be burning out. Yeah. Maybe that's why she said she wasn't enjoying it so much and then suddenly starts enjoying it again when you win.
Exactly, yeah.
But I think, it'll be interesting actually, because next season there's going to be a lot of them retiring, I think.
Yeah, you think that, don't you?
I do.
Yeah.
I think
a lot of them are going to finish next year.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Well, Dave Riding. But you never know. We might be able to persuade him to stay on another one.
Yeah. The thing is, though, there's so many good young ones coming through. That's why it's not as closed as we think it is next season. Next season. I think there's a lot of young ones that are going to come through.
Yeah.
Because it's not only because it's Olympic year, but we saw it this year. All the younger ones who were pushing, and it's going to be a really good year this next year.
Yeah.
Gut-Behrami is now at 48 World Cup wins, 5th of all time. She hit 100 podiums with that GS win at the finals as well, which is the 6th of all time. I think if she can knock herself up to 50 wins, which is only 2 more, completely conceivable, then she has to be in that conversation as one of, well, already is, as one of the greats of all time.
Absolutely, yeah. As one of the greats, for sure. Shall we jump on with one of the very, very all-time greats, or should we leave her for a bit later?
We'll wait.
Okay, we'll wait. Okay.
I'm going to jump back about 2 generations, and we'll talk Lara Colturi, different Lara, younger Lara.
She's on.
She on your list, Alan?
Yeah, way down. She's probably number 17, 16.
Okay.
But she deserves to be there. She deserves, and she's one of the people I was just speaking about, who I think will come even stronger this next year.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. I must be honest, she's actually not on my list, which I feel bad about because she's incredible. And she's so young. We were training a lot, like very near her on the glacier just last week. Again, coached by her mum and dad, and lovely girl, really humble, hardworking, very focused. But she's not on my list, but maybe that's because I know she has so much more coming. So I'm going to pass over to you guys.
Yeah. We can keep that one brief. She was on the fence for me, to be honest. Sort of.
Not where you want to be when you're skiing.
No, absolutely not.
Not too comfy.
I mean, 3 podiums. The first one in slalom where she wasn't too far off beating Shiffrin and Gurgle, and wasn't too far off. I think Hector absolutely blew her away in Carrick-Anderson, to be honest, but she was second there. And then again in RA. Actually, GS, she was top 5 in the she was 5th in the standings and 10th in slalom. She's already the best Albanian of all time. Whether she'll still be an Albanian in a few years, we'll have to wait and see. But she will ski for them at the Olympics. And wouldn't this be a story if the girl born in Turin skis for Albania to Olympic gold in Cortina?
Wouldn't it just? And, I'm not saying she's one of the outsiders because, as you say, she's right up there. But the Olympics can often really sort of throw a bit of a curveball, and it's not always the main favourite that wins.
No.
So, I think she has a big chance there. And so young as well, so... first Olympics, just go in there, have a blast, enjoy it. But I must say, when I saw her last week, I came down the gondola with her dad, who's obviously her coach as well, and she had just got back on snow because she'd been doing her school exams, so she's now finished her exams. But they were stressing a little bit about not having enough training under the belt. She then went on to have 10 really good days because the conditions were so good. But I was surprised that they were already stressing because, she was so strong right to the end of the season. And there's still so much time.
Yeah, very good.
Good.
Alan.
What?
Pick a name, any name.
Any name.
Well, not any name.
No.
Any of your massive list.
Yes.
Got you.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Got her, yeah.
Tick, yeah.
Yeah, I can jump in there. I mean...
Yeah, go on.
All right, not a mind-blowing 24, 25.
No. Was she there all the time?
She was there all the time. 2 wins, 8 podiums. I mean, that run in Beaver Creek, her first downhill back, and then the lovely little dance in the finish. That was nice.
Yeah.
Oh, that dance. That was after Brathen's dance, wasn't it?
Yes,
yeah.
After Brathen's dance. Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, it was. It was the week after because he had...
Yeah, it was, yeah.
He had just won, hadn't he?
He did it back in Sweden and then got his first podium on the same slope.
That's right. He was. What did he come? Second.
He was second, wasn't he? Yeah.
Behind Tumler.
That's right. Yeah.
So, and then to get another win in Cortina, I mean, Queen of Cortina, maybe the Olympic Queen again there next season, 2018 champion. Do it again. Don't be surprised.
Don't be surprised. And she's another one like Vonn, isn't she, that just throws herself down the hill. Not sure about you guys, but I'm always on the edge of my seat watching her. She's so exciting. Sometimes it's a little bit too much on the limit. But again, you know, watching her in the summer training, you know, the fitness training, physical training, that's impressive as well. And she's unfortunately had her fair share of injuries, but comes, you know, gets back in there, fights, and she's right in at the top again. So again, another one with buckets full of resilience.
I think one of the main reasons I like her is basically because she picks her own line. You know, you watch people come down, they take the same line, and all of a sudden she'll come down and say, "What's she doing?" And she's, you know, and she's not sort of a couple of tenths off or whatever.
That's right.
Fantastic.
She's often so late, isn't she? But she doesn't panic. Just doesn't press that red button. Just let that ski run out. And it's actually quite difficult sometimes commentating because you're looking, going, she's miles off the line, but she looks damn fast.
I tell you, there's been without Brignone and her sort of brilliant success in speed this season, God, you would have had 5 wins instead of 2. And then she's right back in the hunt for the globe with those additional points. But obviously we'll come to the overall champion shortly. But Godja, I think what Alan says there, she holds that line so close to her chest, doesn't use it in the training runs. And because she's sort of in the team, but not in the team, like they're separate, her and Brignone, then there are different approaches that she takes. And I remember in St. Anton, she fluffed it up completely because she took it too far and went riding up the netting. And you were like, I remember, Emma, you were like, what is she doing? And obviously she throws away maybe potentially 150, 200, maybe even 200 points in that weekend.
Yeah. You just don't. You never know what you're going to get.
No. She's worthy of being up there.
But I mean, her record is unbelievable. 19 downhill wins is only behind Gerschel, Moser, Prol, and Vonn of all time. And she can get 20 downhill wins, which one more, very likely.
Just
then she's in that conversation.
Throw one in there, guys. Do you think she will stay on after next year? I have a feeling she will, but what are your thoughts?
I would have said yes, but you're going to say no.
I was going to say no, only because I think a lot depends on how she's feeling, because this season she hasn't been herself entirely, has she? Because of her odd injuries. But I think if she has a good season, she'll carry on and get another one. But I think if it's a disappointing one in her eyes, I think she might decide after the Olympics, she'll definitely want to do the Olympics.
Yeah, I think so.
I think she might decide to give it. I don't know,
because
I think there'll be a few doing that.
Racers of Godja's age, she'll be 33 after the Olympics.
Yeah,
there's world champs again next year, and like on a classic track like Crans-Montana is.
I think so. Yeah. I think she'll stay around for that.
I hope so.
But your points are obviously it's an interesting one, Alan. But I think she will. You know, I don't think she's going to be one of these ones who will, if it doesn't go her way next year, which we all hope it will, I don't think she's going to be the kind of racer who will finish on a low.
Oh, no.
No. You want to finish up there, don't you?
I think I wanted to mention her GS as well, because I think she was very close to the podium in Sestriere, I think it was, on the double GS there it was, in fact. And she only had 3 point scores, and 2 were in the top 5 last year. And I remember making a very bold and potentially dramatic statement in the women's season review with Charlie Guest, saying that she will win a World Cup GS next year.
Yeah, he did, yeah.
Which
is that what you said, Matt?
Yeah,
and it's July now, and I'm still waiting.
It's still time. It's time.
Yeah, I
Well-
think that might be a bit ambitious, but I mean, because if she sort of gets one of them tracks where speed skills are required, and there's been a lot of them around this year on the women's tour, where Brignone's had great success, then I think she could absolutely nail one. Definitely podium. Definitely. I think she could have done last season. But yeah, I think she could mount an overall challenge if she's going on all three disciplines.
Oh, he's really sticking his neck out there.
It is,
and I'd love to see it as well.
Yeah, me too. Oh, I'd love to see it. I'd like to see a little bit more of the salsa dancing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Let's stick with GS. Let's
can
see
I
if
jump in?
Oh yeah, go on. Sure, Emma.
Okay, since you said let's stick with GS, Alice Robinson.
That's where I was going.
I mean, okay.
Tick.
Yeah, another tick.
Yeah. So strong, so powerful, exciting. I love that she's from a small ski nation. And she's lucky, obviously she gets our summer, but their winter, she gets loads of training obviously in New Zealand. And our Luca was there last year, and basically, they fence off the track just for her. So she obviously gets a lot of great training in the summer. But very hardworking, young still. I mean, she's another one that burst onto the scene, didn't she, in her first World Cup year, which is incredible. She was still at school. So yeah, very exciting. And, to top it all off, she's really, really lovely. Yeah. She swears a lot, but she's really lovely.
I think I even predicted her to do it this season, but GS World Cup champion is future World Cup GS champion, definitely.
You're a big fan of Alice.
Oh,
Robinson.
Yeah. I think she can really seize that mantle from Gut-Behrami and Brignone if and when they retire. World Championship silver, 7 podiums, and I was delighted for her to get that win in Kronplatz. And she'd waited nearly 4 years for it. She's now got more podiums than any other New Zealander, more than Annelies Kohlberger, I believe it is.
Well, actually, it's Annelies's brother Nils, who's her coach. Yeah.
Who's a former All Blacks coach.
I'm not sure about that. Is he?
I think his background is rugby.
He coached me when I was young. Yeah, when I was about your age, Matt. Huh. I have somebody else in the fridge now. Freddie, do you want to say hello?
All right, Fred.
Hi.
Got another one in the fridge. Everybody's in the fridge.
It's that time of the day.
It is. It must be, 20 past 6. But I am in the kitchen, so I just couldn't be outside. It's too hot. Go on, Alan.
I was just going to say, a little while ago, you did mention that sometimes young athletes come, have a dip, and then come back. And Alice Robinson fits that category, surely. Because she started off brilliant, didn't she? And then she sort of, and now she's coming back,
Yeah, now what a great season she had. You're absolutely right. Yeah, that dip. And I think that was hard for her because she was definitely expecting more. Yeah. But, she's a fighter and didn't stop working, just put everything into it.
He's probably done a lot of good, actually, because sometimes success too soon is not a good thing.
No. And it can happen on the women's side. It definitely happens more on the women's side that you can have somebody at that young age coming through. Not so much on the guys. I mean, Brathen obviously came through pretty young, but generally, the guys take so much longer to fill out physically that it can take longer, a bit more time. But some of the women that come through at 17, it's incredible, isn't it? But Alice was definitely one to have a little dip, but she's come through stronger.
Yeah, I think that sort of took the pressure off her a little bit.
Yeah.
And it's just sort of
exactly. Right,
I'm back now. I know I'm good enough.
Let's
go and win. Let's go on podium and medal.
Yeah.
And then again next season it'll be sort of can I find them 60 points on Brignone? Obviously heartbreaking end to the season in Sun Valley where she skis out in the first run. But I'm sure she'll come back fighting.
I'm sure she will.
But then again, I've got Goggia for the GS Globe, so.
Yeah.
So moving on, who wants to go next?
I was going to actually stick with GS and say Sara Hector.
Oh, yes, yeah, very good, yeah.
Yeah, I've got her down here, but
Yeah,
I have.
great.
All in, very good.
Wow.
Obviously, another season where she's been on the overall GS World Cup podium in terms of the season. Winning Killington and Kranjska brilliantly, full Hector attack. I remember in Killington, and remember this was before the horror moment for Shiffrin, and she led the first run. She's on 99 World Cup wins. Hector, second from the first run, is smiling at the camera before she pushes out the start gate. Mm-hmm. It was almost like she was the evil twin, like sort of conjuring something up, and then she goes and wins, obviously in terrible circumstances, but she's unbelievable.
Yeah,
she's unbelievable, and she loves it when the snow is hard. When it's icy, she's just one of the best, because she's quite, in my commentary, I quite often have said, oh, she looks like a little bit harsh. She's a bit too hard on the skis. But I actually think she's got a little bit more soft touch actually come through over the last year or so. But when it's rock solid, when it's icy, she's incredible. Just so strong. Rock solid position. The ski is always gripping, always exciting. And again, like you say, sometimes smiling in that start gate, but inside, I don't think it's a smile.
No, a grimace.
Yeah.
Alan, what do you think? Because she's never done it before. She's going to be 33 next season. Could she win a globe, win an Olympic gold? Well, she has got an Olympic gold. What am I talking about? Yeah. She's the Olympic champion. Never mind.
Yeah.
I think, I've often thought if she could put two runs together, like the best of the two, she would be up there all the time.
She'd be winning some races by 2 seconds.
Yeah, I know. If she can fly, she can fly. She doesn't care. But I think now she's a little bit older, she's more careful, and like you say, a bit lighter on her feet, and she's probably looking at it from more of a technical point, because she's getting older and she ain't got the stamina and the strength, and it's working. I think she's awesome when she's coming down in full flight. You see her coming. Yeah, you certainly won't want to get near her. She really looks as though, I'm going down to the bottom. I'm going to be the winner. She's got that positive attitude.
And she's so positive. She's absolutely positive. And she's another one that just loves it. You can really see that she loves it.
She enjoys it.
I was going to say, as aggressive she is on skis, she always comes off so lovely in interviews. She's always smiling away and chatting.
Yeah. She's always smiling, isn't she? She's got a happy, smiley face in the start, in the finish. Okay, if it doesn't go well, she's not exactly excited, but she still brings through that little bit of...
Shrug your shoulders. Let's move on. Bring someone tomorrow.
The 6 steps and moves on.
Emma.
Yes?
Let's go big.
Oh, I've got it. May I? Brignone.
Yeah, I've got it there. Yeah.
If we're talking this season,
she
has to be top of the list.
Right. Well, let's spin it round, because we've got somebody else in there, I'm guessing.
I would think so. Yes.
Yes. Okay. Well, let's go for it. Shiffrin. I mean, I actually had her at the top of my list, because
if we're talking all time, it's obviously Mikaela Shiffrin.
Yeah.
I've got it at the top.
Okay. So Shiffrin, wow, what a season in kind of a way that she wouldn't have wanted it to happen, I think. But
whirlwind.
Showing the resilience and to come back as she did after missing 2 months. Horrible injury in Killington. We were not expecting that. And she struggled mentally quite openly. She said she struggled mentally after that, and the GS was a bit of a battle for her. I think she'll be back in GS for sure. I know she's been training really hard over the last while, and now she's back into fitness. But again, so much pressure for that 100 to win, wasn't there? There was so much on her shoulders.
Yeah.
And it was like it was elusive almost. But, she proved that she's human as well, because sometimes you've watched Shiffrin and you thought, gosh, she can't be human. But actually, she's proved that she really is. She's just she's such a, it doesn't work for everybody, but she's such a perfect technical skier, isn't she? She's perfectly technical. And she does more runs than I would say most. I'm going to not sit on the fence. I'm going to say she does more training than most athletes. And obviously still loves it, has a great team around her, works so incredibly hard. And this year she showed that she had to dig really deep to come back.
Yeah. After Sestriere, it was a bit like, weight off my shoulders, there we go.
Yes.
Right. Yes. Let's go to Sun Valley, let's have a good time.
Yeah.
And boy, did she have a good time. We can talk about the figures, but I'm not going to talk about figures because I do that all the time.
Yeah.
Go on, Alan.
No, you go on. Go on.
Because I don't know what to say if I'm not talking figures.
To me, she epitomizes the perfect skier. That's all I can say. I said someone else was, I think it was Lara Gut-Behrami, was poetry in motion. I think Shiffrin's a poet laureate. She is just, Matt will tell you, what's wrong? What are you laughing at?
Poet laureate. You're a poet.
To me, she's just up there. If I didn't know anything about skiing, and if I'd never seen a ski race and I saw her come down and several others, I would say, why does she ski like that and all the others don't? Because I don't know. I've always said this, haven't I? To me, we were shoes to walk in. She was skis.
Yeah.
It's all just part of it.
Absolutely. And when you watch her, I mean, she said this in interviews, but she is very in the moment. Like sometimes you'll watch the ski racer and you can tell that they're actually thinking about the next section rather than being in the moment. And Shiffrin seems to be very present in the moment, which means she's got such a feel. She feels everything. And she's also, because she's trained so much, she's done so many repetitions, she's made so many mistakes so many times, but when she's out there actually racing and she makes those mistakes, they've gone so quickly. So that mistake may have pushed somebody out of the course, whereas for Mikaela, she makes a mistake and she's back on it. It doesn't take more than a gate and she's back on it.
As horrifying as a huge chunk of the season was, she still won 4 slaloms.
I know, incredible.
And she still got the 100 wins. She still got Stenmark's podium record. And I tell you what, it's a big thing, I think, for her in the summer now, in terms of sort of overcoming that kind of GS PTSD, where she's got the ranking spot, she's got the 500 points to be able to start Bib 16 in Solden. A bit of time with Kilda. I think that's going to go down very well and going to do a whole world of good. And so often we talk about how good she is and how quick she is and how many wins she's got. But in terms of mentally, the best thing arguably for her right now is spending some time with her fiance.
Yeah, and I think that's another one of the stumbling blocks she's had this year. Not her own injury, but her fiance's injury. And let's face it, so it's only a couple of years ago since she lost her father, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I think all these things.
And the injury in Cortina the year before. I mean, he's not really done speed since. He hasn't done speed since in terms of World Cup. No. But that moment with Breezy Johnson at the World Championships, that was magic as well.
Yeah.
Take the team combined gold.
They've had a lot to deal with. The family had a lot to deal with. And of course, Alex's injuries, which were horrific. So definitely not been easy. Another one showing a lot of grit and determination and digging deep, very deep.
So top of the 2024-25 list is quite obviously Federica Brignone.
Yeah.
Overall downhill giant slalom World Cup champion. Just let the Super G slip to Gut-Behrami and Sun Valley. 10 wins, 16 podiums, 21 top 10s from 25 races, factoring the 2 GS DNFs as well. She's the world GS champion, Super G silver. Wow.
Yeah, superb.
We don't need to say anymore, do we? I mean,
no, that's it. She is.
A tragic ending to the season. Tragic.
Yeah.
But on a positive note, I've seen her progress. She's doing well. She's doing really well. Who knows where she'll be coming towards the season? I think only time will tell. But at the moment, she's doing well on the recovery. Okay, so talking about that soft touch, Brignone has it in absolute bagfuls, doesn't she? Oh, wow. She's one of these light skiers that if she makes a little mistake, she doesn't lose any time.
No.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
I don't know how she does it.
No,
because
she floats down, It's like floating.
I remember in Aicher, and she made a terrible error. Skis were split, and she was maybe a second up at the point. She won by more than a second in the end. Just so many examples as well. Like the amount of times we've said she's finding time from thin air.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, she does.
But she's like the female version of Odermatt, because he does that. Odermatt, he finds time in 6 gates, and then you don't see he makes big mistakes. He's sort of all over the place, and then suddenly, boom, in 6 gates, won the race. Yeah. But Brignone is a joy to watch.
Yeah, she is.
Absolute joy. Yeah.
Yeah. And every time she comes out of that gate, you think, this is her race. Here's the winner. Wait for the winner. She's great. She's great.
And what I do, I love the way it's almost like she comes over the finish line and way as if she didn't expect it. It's like, I don't know about you guys, but I love emotion. When you see somebody do well and they've got to show emotion. Yeah. She's won so many. She's been on so many podiums, but she still comes over and she sees the position, and it's like it's her first time.
Yeah.
Looking at the numbers again, 37 World Cup wins now is equal 8th on the all-time list, and 85 podiums is 9th on the all-time list. Only Vreni Schneider and Mikaela Shiffrin have more World Cup GS wins with her. And if she did what she did this season by winning 5 GSs, she would be tied with Shiffrin on 22 in the discipline. Wow. I mean,
what is she, 32?
34.
She's 34.
34. Yeah.
She.
I mean,
surely she's going to be an Olympic champion.
Another.
At home. I mean, there's going to be a lot of gold medals being handed out if these games are going the way I think.
I mean, we obviously just wish her all the best, don't we? Because it's a long way back, and of course. The summer goes quickly.
It's going well, though.
It's going well.
It looks like she'll make February, maybe not October.
No.
Almost certainly not October. That's a bit.
No. So if she can be back and on form by the end of Jan, then her experience and everything that she's done in her past may get her onto that top.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a big ask.
It's a big ask. Yeah,
it's a big ask, but she's on soil with the home crowd behind her.
Yeah. Don't you think if we were talking about Roger about whether she'd retire, maybe Brignone will give it another season anyway, basically because she won't be fulfilled with this season, with the next season, with it not being a full one, perhaps.
I think
so she might be. Yeah.
I actually wondered the opposite.
Oh dear.
Whether that injury might sort of be like, well, I don't want to do that again when I haven't got anything to prove.
Well, it could be, yeah.
If she was to take an Olympic gold.
That's an interesting point. Yeah, that's an interesting point, Matt. I think
at 35, no woman has done that. Well, apart from Vonn.
Yeah.
But she's had 5 years off. Well, not off.
But yeah.
5 years of
Yeah.
rehab almost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Difficult. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
It's a difficult.
it's a waiting game for us right now,
Yeah.
isn't it? We've still got so
Yeah,
long before the
That's
Olympics.
a tricky one, and I think only time will tell when we see her back on snow.
Yeah.
Who else have you got on your list? Is there 2 missing, maybe? 1?
No, I've got Shiffrin, Brignone. That's it. I've got my 10. Who am I missing?
Yeah.
I didn't have Vonn, that's why.
Yeah. I've got.
I'm looking down. I've definitely got my 10 here. Yep, gone through the ball. So we all had Shiffrin, we all had Zrinka, we all had Gotcha, Campbell, Rast, we all had Robinson, we had Brignone, we had Holdner, we didn't have.
No, I missed that one. Yeah.
Lindsey.
Hector we had. Yeah.
And
Lara
did you
Colturi?
Did you have Colturi? No, you didn't.
Yeah, I had her on the list, but not in the top. Yeah. I also had Emma Aicher.
Oh yes, well she's been. She's been super exciting, and I think after the last, those, how many wins does she have? 2 wins.
2 wins, yeah.
2 wins, yeah.
I mean, going into next season, she could be quite unstoppable because she's had such an interesting career. It's been like this, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Up there, down there, up there, down there. But she found that consistency towards the end of the season, and she could be very exciting actually going forward.
Yeah, I mean, she was top 17, 9th in downhill, 15th in Super G, 17th in the slalom standings.
Yeah.
She's got future overall champion written all over her.
Yeah, I think she's one who's going to improve. Whereas some of the ones we've mentioned are probably peaking. I think she's got a long way to go, quite a bit to go yet.
I remember her.
She's pretty young, isn't she?
21.
21.
Oh, she's got oodles of time.
Yeah, she has.
I remember her downhill run at the World Champs in the team combined, which she was second because Masuga won. There's another one. And that was sort of like the first indication that she could, the first sort of high level podium that she'd ever had. All right, Lena Dieu didn't quite back it up in the slalom run, but then she goes and wins Last World Super G Kvitfjell downhill, which is hard. And then was second the day before, won the second downhill. Yeah, she's going to be good. She's already good.
She's going to be better. She's already amazing, and she's going to be even more amazing. Yes, I agree.
I think what we said right
and slalom as well. The slalom's unbelievable. Yeah.
What we said right at the beginning, though, there's so many who could take podiums. So many.
So many, and actually, you feel bad almost having to pick your 10.
Yeah.
Because, as you say, there's so many amazing athletes there.
Well, I've got names down here who we've not even mentioned, and they're probably.
I want to talk about one of the names that you've got down that we've not mentioned, because I actually had Connie Hooter.
Yeah, I've got Connie Hooter. Yeah,
9 wins, 32 podiums in her career, won 2 downhills and a Super G this year. She's the highest ranked Austrian in the overall this season, albeit in 9th. And it's only lost her downhill title, obviously having won the season before, by 16 points. That's all she's behind Brignone.
Gosh, that's so close, isn't it? Yeah, 16 points. And it's good to have an Austrian, because actually we've not had an Austrian in our list.
No. I've got one in my other list.
Oh yeah, you're on your next page.
Yeah, Linsberger.
Linsberger. I was thinking of Linsberger. She's another incredibly smiley racer. And I do love the way she skis. And I was kind of, is she going to be in my top 10? She would have definitely been 11th.
Yeah. She's hanging about there. But there's, like you said, there's a few more.
I've
Lena Dieu.
Linsberger was actually 11th in the overall.
Oh well.
Had the 3 podiums. She's had now 14 consecutive World Cup top 10s in slalom.
Wow.
Sorry, 13 in World Cup and the World Champs as well, where she took the bronze.
That's really impressive.
And with that great record, only missed Ljutic's title by 32 points. It's a lot closer than I thought it was, and remember.
Yeah.
What was disappointing was, I think it was Flachau. Was it Flachau? When she
she led the first round.
Yeah.
And she ended up 4th. That was so sad. You could see her stiffen up, and she threw it away there, I think.
Yeah.
I think
and she had a lot of time on Rast in that second run.
She made a lot of mistakes. She seemed to be playing catch up. If I remember rightly, it was quite rutted, and she just didn't seem to get in the rut. She was fighting it all the way.
Yeah. She goes under the radar.
Home night slalom, that would have been amazing for her to win again.
Yeah, exactly. That would have been very cool.
A teammate as well. All right, she's way down the overall list, but she's won a World Cup for the first time. Katie Trupper.
Oh, Trupper was brilliant in Ori.
Just ahead in Lara, yeah.
Yeah. Wow. She looked. I mean, she was on another level in Ori's second run.
Like, where's that been?
Yeah, where's that been? She had the quickest feet I've ever seen in a slalom.
Yeah. Lena Dieu, you said as well. She had 4 podiums.
Yeah.
Only Shiffrin had more.
What about Lee?
Lee got her as well. Not in the longer list.
In the longer list.
Lee, couple of podiums, world champs, bronze, equaled with Lauren Masuga, who deserves a shout out.
Yeah.
With her, St. Anton Super G win, and just her whole vibe is what we're here for, really.
Yeah.
that is,
her whole
bottle that up and drink it in the summer, and you'll have a good night.
It's like on steroids. Her jacket and her hat, and amazing. Yeah, that just oozes. I'm here. I'm happy. I'm loving it. I'm loving life.
She is just living the dream.
Yes, she is.
She's good.
But, if you do make it to that level, then you kind of are living the dream. It's a pretty amazing life.
Yeah.
Yeah. And also got a world champs medal with Lee.
Yeah.
Who else then? Who else?
Well, do you know?
I've got that was my 17. We've talked through my 17.
Yeah, I missed a couple.
Can I ask why I got 17? Because I thought we were to find 10.
Yeah, we were. Yeah, we were.
Yeah, but
it's just that we couldn't make our minds up.
I need to cover all of them just in case you brought them up and I didn't have any facts.
Okay, I see.
That's a good save, isn't it?
Yeah.
We did pretty well being on the the same page.
But I just
Yeah.
wanted to go through this as well, and these have not made the 17 woman shortlist, but Suter Stjernussen, Radetska Sven Larsson, Radler Venier, World Super G champion, Vonn, Miradoli, Sheeb, Slocart, Trupper, Johnson, double world champion, and Mallory Blanc all also got podiums, at least one.
Yeah, so they definitely deserve a mention.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So they've got their mention.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mind you, I did have Stjernussen and Sven Larsson, Masuga.
We've got them, yeah.
But I think they were just sort of in case.
Those sort of.
Well, Sven Larsson's another. I do, she's another one with an amazing slalom, isn't she? But her arms are up here. You can hear her coming a mile off. Ooh, yeah.
She's a boxer, isn't she?
Yeah. You wouldn't want to meet her on a dark night, but very incredible slalom skier, absolutely. So she's definitely just outside of that list.
And so those 10, 12 I've just mentioned, I think you might have to look at them as definite in the mix for World Cup, where you think I didn't quite say it. You think Stjernussen, like how close she is to that win. Ledechka's always there. Don't rule her out of the Olympics. Venier is world champion. Yeah. All right, she's only got the one World Cup podium. People like Miradoli always turn up. Yeah. Yulia Sheeb, that great moment in Solden.
Yeah. Oh,
so many.
She abused brilliantly, didn't she? Wow. Yeah.
Slocart.
That was a bit disappointing for her for Julia, because she was so good there, and you thought, wow, this is it for the season.
Yeah.
But again, another one who I think will just suddenly make that step up.
Yeah.
Colturi.
Yeah.
Didn't get a podium, but was so consistent in Super G.
Yeah.
There's so many. There's so many.
Yeah. We've probably missed someone. Let us know if we think we've missed someone.
I think,
I tried to cover all bases.
I think there's so many current, older ones and new ones that it's so difficult to actually say they're going to do well next year, they're going to do well. It could quite possibly be no one in our lists.
And nobody in our list will be sitting here this time next year going, right, okay, we are all sacked and fired. I do think, after next season, go on.
Who could be that someone? Or do we just not know about them yet?
No, we don't. No, we don't.
There'll definitely be one of those that.
I think someone like, she started the season really well in speed, like Ricarda Haase.
Oh, yeah.
I think she got injured, didn't she? Just before World Champs, and her brother as well. He's brilliant.
Her brother got injured. I know that.
Yeah, he did.
I think she had a nasty crash and then didn't race again, but would have qualified for downhill finals. She was that fast.
Yeah. Okay. Right.
But someone like that, just from attack from the back.
Yeah. Well, I mean, certainly for the Olympics, because it can so often be an outsider that comes in and clutches it. So
you never know, do you?
We'll have to wait and see.
It's going to be exciting.
It is, yeah. I wish it were next week.
No. We need a bit more time. You need
a bit more time to get there.
A bit more of the sun. Not quite the 35 degrees, but we need a little bit more summer, and a little bit more training, and then back on it.
Yeah, good.
Thank you very much for your time. That was a really enjoyable chat, and good to talk through the season and many other seasons that have been just as enjoyable. And
thank you guys.
So much. Thank you so much.
Thanks very much.
Excellent. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Yeah. Bye.
Welcome back to this second episode of the new Top 10 series on the Skiing is Believing podcast, brought to you by Ski Racing Media. Just a final word from myself. A huge thank you to Emma Carrick-Anderson for joining us last week to record this one. It was a thoroughly enjoyable conversation, and great to keep this Top 10 series going. It's certainly something that we're going to carry throughout the summer and towards the start of the season into the autumn, quite possibly the fall. But yeah, really great conversation. Great to reminisce about some of the great moments of last season and look forward to the promise and the great hope that next season brings. What an exciting campaign we are all in for. As I'm speaking here on Thursday night, this will go out on Friday on Spotify and YouTube, etc. But from today, Thursday the 17th of July, it is 100 days until the World Cup season opener, of course, the women's and men's giant slalom from Solden, Austria, the usual season opener. But that is getting nearer now. We're really approaching that one. Of course, Alan and I will be here all the way through on the Skiing is Believing podcast to take you right up to the start and through the 2025-26 Olympic season, our first Winter Olympics. I'm so excited. But that is enough from us. Next week, we'll be joined for a different kind of interview episode, but an interview episode of that. Don't want to spoil it for you now, but for now, thank you very much for listening. If you're on YouTube now, fully appreciate hitting that subscribe and like button. Go and press follow. If you are on Spotify or Amazon Music as well, it just helps other listeners to find us and really helps our progression towards more viewers and more success, as incredible as it has been already. But thank you very much for tuning in. We will see you next time. In fact, we will ski you later.